Carolina Panthers were one of those teams that they were in an interesting spot. Like when you think about how good this team could be if it had that quarterback that they honestly needed, man, like I'm not going to lie. I was in on the crowd that thought a guy like Sam Darnold was it. He clearly wasn't. I'm sorry. I was wrong. But they definitely addressed that. It was kind of weird, though, because they did have the 6th overall selection, and then they didn't have anything until 105. Let me just get my words moving here. But, so it was kind of one of those things where, okay, are they going to go offensive line and then quarterback, or what's going to be the deal here? But they did go offensive line, Ikem Ekwonu, out of North Carolina State. We'll get into all the draft grades starting right now. So you talk about Ikem Ekwonu. Everybody calls him Icky, man. He was so fly on draft night. He looked great. So Ikem Ekwonu here to North Carolina State. The guy that can play guard, tackle, whatever you want. He's going to be that guy for you. Had over 800 snaps last year for, I think it's the Wolfpack. Did allow 3 sacks, but had a 91.6 PFF grade. I think he's going to be a guy that comes in right away. Not only is he an immediate upgrade for any one of the offensive linemen that the Panthers have, but he's going to come in and start right away, and I really think he's going to be one of those, either a star tackle or a star, or one of the best offensive linemen in the draft or in the league coming up as we move forward. So whenever that is, a year or two, he's going to be one of the best offensive linemen in the entire league. In the third round, again, the Panthers were at 105. I believe they traded up and got Matt Corral out of Ole Miss. Was a guy that had over 3,300 passing yards and 20 touchdowns against only 5 interceptions last year. So they went up and got their guy. Clearly, he's going to come in and compete against Sam Darnold, so there's a lot to like there. Again, he's not going to be pressured to start. They have a guy in Sam Darnold, but I think Matt Corral could honestly be the starter by the end of training camp. I mean, I feel like he is a guy that, you really like what you saw. It does come down to how fast he gets in there, gets the playbook down, and really does start to find guys. I mean, he's got DJ Moore. He's got some weapons to work with, too. So, again, I think the Panthers are one of those teams that's good enough to not make mistakes and play good defense and run the football and be good enough. But Matt Corral could be a very good player for the Panthers down the line, and I think he is in a great spot heading forward or moving forward. In the 4th round, number 120 overall, the Panthers selected linebacker Brandon Smith out of Penn State. Was a guy that had 81 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. I'm really intrigued by Brandon Smith. I feel like he's a guy. He's got a lot of speed, size, everything that you want. Going to be another element to that speedy defense. I think he's going to do a lot of good things for the Panthers, and again, be that guy that gives them a little bit of a shot in the arm. Maybe a replacement guy for Shaq Thompson in the future. We'll have to see, but really like the pick here. Great value. Yes, moving on. 6th round, number 189 overall, the Panthers selected Amari Barno out of our defensive end out of Virginia Tech. A guy, he's got a lot of the physical tools you want. We talk about size, speed, everything. 35 tackles last year, 5.5 total tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks. Got the things you want. I think it is about, especially when you get into the later rounds of the draft, developing those guys, just see where they can go with a lot of this. And honestly, it just gets interesting to see where he's going to go out and how he's going to really fit into this defense long term. Still in the 6th round, 10 picks later at 199 overall, the Panthers selected Cade Mays, offensive lineman out of Tennessee. Again, a depth piece here. I do think it is going to be interesting going into training camp. If one offensive lineman doesn't get it done, you've got a guy there in Cade Mays. Just see what he does. It really is going to be a lot of fun to see how this offensive line does come together. Had played over 490 snaps last year for the Volunteers. Did allow 1 sack, had a 73.4 PFF grade, so I think this is a very good value pick for the Panthers. In the 7th round, with the 242nd selection, the Carolina Panthers selected corner Kalen Barnes out of Baylor. I think he literally ran the fastest 40 at the Combine, so their speed, their size, there's a lot to work with there. Did allow quite a bit of touchdowns. I think there was a lot he was targeted. I think according to PFF, he allowed the most yards per reception, but there's a lot of stuff to work with. You've got the speed, you've got the height, all that. If you can honestly, if you can get him in the NFL, get him under the right coaching staff, he could do a lot of special things for your team moving forward. So gave it a B. Yeah. Overall, very good draft. I would say B+. Not quite enough to get an A. I think, quarterback, it's not their fault. I don't necessarily think so. B+ here. Solid draft all around for the Carolina Panthers. They got some things going for them. Got help along the offensive line, potential future quarterback in Matt Corral. So there's some good things out of this draft. I'm really excited to see how how it all does pan out. But let us know what you guys think about the 2022 Carolina Panthers draft grades. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. In the description down below, you find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Also, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, make sure you guys send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think of our 2022 Carolina Panthers draft class grades.